Greetings everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is the debut of Stellaris. This is Creation and Beyond and Deep Space Travel. Both from the channel Bradley Sipser, requested by Shuning Tornhire and Acerune. Well, I never heard of this or played this, but just based on the way this looks and the names of these songs and how long they are, I'm getting a pretty vast imagery here. Okay, these are both kind of long, so I might just kind of lean back and just get taken away. This is Creation and Beyond. Sci-fi game, anyone? Stellaris. I have a feeling these songs are going to sound exactly what this image looks like. And I have a feeling that drone note is going to stay there for most of the song. Interesting. We heard a crescendo early in the song. I feel like what we just heard would have been like towards the end. Feels like beyond cinematic. Like this could be a movie. My attention is grabbed. I need to watch more sci-fi stuff. I have not experienced like any sci-fi in my life except for like Terminator. Big synthesized waves. This is loaded with like droney notes everywhere. I feel like we're meant to just kind of like sit and look at the ceiling and just imagine outer space and stuff. Nice. I'm loving this build-up though. space army, space military. Oh my gosh, it's so hopeful. This is a full-on orchestra playing too. Who made this game? I have the Wikipedia pulled up, but I'll read it later. Oh my gosh, I feel like I can do anything right now. Chase your dreams, soldier. It sounds both beginning and end to me. It's a little vague, especially with the song title. I can feel the song in my chest, man. It's speaking to me in a very specific way. It sounds good too, like production value of the song is stellar. No, it really does sound good though. Like you can hear the orchestra, but you can also hear like the digital instrumentation very clear. Eight minutes and 30 seconds, and we still have another song. There's a lot to talk about here. I'll keep it kind of brief because I want to hear the next one. But that was a lot more exciting than it should have been for someone like me. And what I mean by that is anyone who's ever played this game, well, I'm guessing I was going to say whatever this is, but it has to be a game to be here. The reason I doubted that for a second just now is because it feels like a movie. But whoever's played this game knows that I can feel that song definitely meant something to you, the player, and it brought you back to whatever's happening, and there's like some connection here. But what I mean for me, I feel like that song shouldn't have worked as well as it did for me, because this is the type of song that has all the context. You need a bunch of context, and it's like musically uplifting. It for me, it was like it felt very like motivational. And this is the kind of song, believe it or not, that would people always ask me like, what are the kind of songs that spark your interest into even like start playing a game, because it happens so rarely. For me, it's stuff like this. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to play this game. I'm just saying to give you an idea of, it just has to speak to me. It has to drive so much curiosity out of me that I'm just like, what's happening here for me to experience that too? I want to feel that too, you know? So that's what I got from it. It felt like I think the average person, an 8-minute song seems like, oh God, you know? But that didn't feel like 8 minutes. It just felt like kind of an exercise or something. Like maybe you put that on during like a stretch session, you know? Or cleaning or something. Like for me, it's very background ambience, but there was a lot of musical prowess in it that was beyond just what I thought was originally going to be, which is going to be just drones and when I mean drones, I mean musical drones, long chords that stay there the whole time, and just kind of ambient. That wasn't going to do anything for me, but did kind of the opposite. It was it made me curious. If I pull up Wikipedia, that means I'm curious, and I want to find out more. But I'm going to move on to the next one because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty much an extension of that one, but I want to see if it does anything else. Wow. That was cool though. Also, it reminded me of a song. I listen to stuff like this actually, kind of similar. If you like this, I'm going to recommend a song called The Queen of All Everything from OTT. And it's just kind of in that same sort, doesn't have the orchestral part, but it's in that same kind of floaty headspace if you like it. More electronic though. This is Deep Space Travel. I feel like this is like the most absolutely fitting song title there could be for this game. Okay, and I'm guessing Bradley is the composer, but I don't know. This is the channel. All right, Deep Space Travel. I feel like we're going on another adventure. As far as game, I have a feeling this is one of those games where it's kind of like, I don't know the proper term, but like Civilization, like the City Builders, maybe like the Sims, something like that. Something just creation and you're just there. I don't really get like action or shooter from this, but we'll see. I'm not sure what Stellaris means, but I'm pretty sure Stellar were released to the stars, right? Let's see if it means something, or if it's just a word. Stellaris means of the stars, or relating to stars, yeah. Yeah, because in Spanish, estrella is star. Okay. Really cool melodies amongst the droney stuff. It's just making it stand out to me. Alright. In a minute or so, I'm going to read that. Woo! Ooh, that gave me shivers. Oregon? In my life, I've never experienced an organ in this sort of environment. Ooh, man. What is going on in this game? Actually, maybe you will like the song I recommended earlier. This is one note. Less is more. And then it's gonna go up. Oh, lower. Back up. Ooh, space organ. say this in the nicest way possible. I think Stellaris would be like the perfect sleeping video game soundtrack. It's got just enough mystery. Ooh, synthesizer in the background. Oh, the dust settles. Now it's just this keyboard now. It's like shooting through me. Left to right speaker. I'm gonna read what this game is about while I hear the music. Oh, I wasn't too far off. Came out almost 10 years ago. It's like Castlevania in the sky. I just had an epiphany. I'm starting to understand something. Albeit very late, I'll admit, I wasn't the best at this, but I'm starting to realize something. I'm going to apologize in advance. Fading out. Percussion's gone. Are we winding down? It has to be. Yep. Ooh, man. I love this like ping pong delay effect. Dum, dum, dum. So I want to start off with saying something that I want you guys to understand one thing really vividly here. This whole channel to me is a musical journey, right? I don't ever want to claim I'm an expert on something unless the only thing I really like know for sure is like how to play guitar and some other stuff. But even though, like, for example, I've been listening to video game music now for forever, but as a full-time thing for almost 3 years now. And has it been 3 years? 4? I don't even know anymore. But even then, I think if you were to call yourself an expert uh, then that's it to me. That feels like, oh, okay, well, there's no reason to like follow along anymore, in my opinion. I'm thinking of myself as a viewer too, because in many ways I still am a viewer on YouTube. If I saw someone just immediately just put themselves on this pedestal, I would kind of lose interest in a way. That's just me though. I like the journey, the discovering of stuff. And I think that's what keeps me, I know that's what keeps me interested in all this still. Because even after all this time, I'm still learning stuff, like right now. So you might be wondering, what did I learn? So not too long ago, maybe a week ago, I heard a game called Suzerain. Suzerain, from another Platinum member, Mushimiri. And that video was very similar to this, extremely similar. And by the sounds of the game, a very similar style game. It was a basic, from what I'm gathering of what this game is about, imagine this, but like on Earth and like taking over an old like dictatorship and you're kind of rebuilding kind of thing. The music in that video was very vague and broad, and that's understandable. I never played the game, right? But I'm understanding because, again, I've never played these games. There's so many genres of games I've never played. So I was kind of right from what I guessed it was. It was like this going to be this, I don't know the term, but it's a 4X, which apparently I learned now is explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. I did not know that. I thought when people said 4X, it meant like a grid of like these types of games. So I guess I was kind of somewhat correct on like, you know, Frostpunk, your Civilization. That's what I was getting from it. One of these games where you're basically, for lack of a better term, playing God, and you're just, you know, doing your thing. I never got into these styles of games. Not that there's anything wrong with them or anything like that. It's just I haven't gravitated towards them. Maybe they're super fun in their own way. You know, they probably make the time. I can imagine the time going by really simple with these kind of games. But it makes sense. And as I'm going on this musical journey, I'm starting to see. Well, let me rephrase this. The reason why I find this whole thing so special is because not every song on here is going to be this bombastic boss theme with these bass lines and these drum patterns. It's just like the world of video game music as a whole, like appreciating the world of video game music. Whatever's happening in Stellaris, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong, but I'm just gonna call it Stellaris. Clearly, this music is fitting it to the T. I can almost feel that in my core. And that's what's really cool. So even if the game was like Suzerain or Frostpunk or Civilization, a lot of those songs, while they may be cool and talented and full of just, you know, wow musical ideas, reacting to them is interesting for me because it's like kind of left brain, right brain. Half of my brain is really enjoying it and just kind of getting lost in it. And then the other side is a challenge of like, what am I going to say? And, you know, I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I also can't really relate to these players because they grew up with these games. And, you know, it's just kind of a conflict in my brain. What I'm getting at, though, is I feel like this is a kind of like a really special thing. And I feel that whoever is watching this has probably put hours upon hours upon hours into either this game or other similar style games. And I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of like the beauty of why, I don't say why I do this, but like why video game music is so cool is because of it has stuff like this amongst it. You can't have your clear obscure Expedition 33s without your Stellaris, without your Earthworm Jims, without your Commodore 64 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And you know the reason why I'm getting so philosophical and all this like brain stuff is because when I think of this setting and like the cosmos and the galaxy and the universe and the stars, I think like that. I think of like the whole us as a whole being. And I really love this kind of stuff. Every time I watch videos on YouTube of like, you know, here's Earth, and here's you and your problems, and then it's like, by the way, we're part of like 10 billion galaxies, and you don't be shit. I get lost in these kind of things. So imagine how much all this is freeing up my mind, but I'm not even playing the game. So what I'm saying is, this music is doing exactly what it needs to be doing. It's freeing up your mind. It's just letting you drift endlessly into this game, this world. It is a game, but it is a world you're building. That's really special, you know? So while it may not be the most intense stuff with, you know, 1 billion views, there's still going to be some really... Two things are going to happen. The fan base is like, oh my god, Stellaris is here. Woo! And then there's going to be people that are just along the ride like me and just discovering stuff. And we'll probably have new players. Someone here is going to be interested in it just because of this video. And that's not me like selling myself. That's the game selling itself for it. I don't know. This is really cool. So music like this makes me thankful. And it's just really nice. Although I will say I have a feeling that the rest of the soundtrack is almost nothing but that. It's just probably all that, which is fine. But yeah. Anyways, that's my reaction to 2 very drony, long, thinking songs. But I have a feeling, no cockiness, I have a feeling that I kind of hit the nail on the head. Let me know. Let me know. Or if I'm completely wrong, I want to know too. Humble me. Okay. Whew. No, I got everything I need to say. So yeah, thanks to the requesters, and thanks to... There's still more Stellaris, sorry. There's still more requests for this game, so it's not the first time. It's not going to be the last time here. There's still more coming up. So thank you to the requesters, and thank you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. I'll see you later.